And this morning Scramble Flashback is brought to you by Downtown Stillwater.
Crazy Days is a citywide sales event in which Stillwater stores have sidewalk sales and large discounts. Hi, this is Amy Jo Frazier with Downtown Stillwater, and I'd like to invite you to experience Crazy Days right where it began. Join us downtown from July 17th through 19th and check out all the incredible specials from your downtown merchants. For more information, go to downtownstw.com or follow us on Facebook. Hope to see you in beautiful, historic Downtown Stillwater.
Start your day the right way. It's the Morning Scramble with Steve Daniels, weekday mornings from 7 to 9:30. The Morning Scramble is packed with daily interviews about Stillwater and the surrounding area. Every morning, Steve's joined by the movers and shakers in our community. You'll know everything going on in Stillwater and the great people that make it all happen. And on the good days, there's a little wit and wisdom along the way. The Morning Scramble with Steve Daniels, weekday mornings from 7 to 9:30 on Triple Play Sports Radio.
Stillwater's Morning Scramble, it's 8:36. The mayor's going to hang around because we talk about Jason Peak all the time, don't we?
We do.
We sing the praises of what's being done on the roads. Now I'm going to give you a build-up where you're going to have no way of living up to the expectations. But Dr. Jason Peak is with us. Good morning.
Oh, I'm glad to be back on your show, Steve. Thank you very much.
He's in, I don't know, every couple months maybe?
Every couple months they have us on rotation, different city staff, and look forward to talking about a couple of different things this morning. I know earlier the mayor talked about the pavement management program, and we were basically wrapping up the first year of what we call the project, where we were working on 79 lane miles of streets throughout town. We have all those under contract, and we'll have 77 of those lane miles completed here by the end of the week, and then the remaining 2 lane miles are actually what we call street reconstruction projects. That includes South Monroe Street between 6th and 9th, 19th Avenue between Western and Walnut, and then Walnut between 19th and 26th, and then also one that we get a lot of complaints about, the intersection of 7th and Duncan, just on the southwest corner of the courthouse building downtown. So all those areas are going to be reconstructed, and that work will be complete by November of this year. I was thinking about, you were talking gardening earlier. It is a seasonal thing. We have to have right temperature. We have to have good weather for all these activities. So trying to stagger all that to put it in place at all these different locations around town takes a little bit of time. We've learned a lot of lessons this year. We hope to deliver it faster and in a more compressed time frame with next year's project, but a lot of learning lessons there.
It's like I said earlier, we're just starting to feel the benefits of the pavement management system, and I think a year from now, when we have our second year under our belt, it'll be even better. And to keep that constant, you said it very well Monday night, and I know I won't be able to repeat it as well as you said it Monday, but sometimes we've got to stick to our guns on pavement management, because just doing it 1 or 2 years, that's a Band-Aid at best. But it's the long term of continuing to put money in early into roads is what's going to make our roads better for not only now but on into the future.
Now, when we're talking with Jason about roads and pavement management, John, when you have zoning issues and council meetings and you have all these things in a new development, do you have to meet with Jason on these? Because obviously roads are part of everything we have in this town.
Oh, there's no doubt. It's on the development side, that is truly a great example of how everything is so interconnected and interrelated. And part of the development process is the analysis of a proposed project by each of the different departments. I mean, you have the electric looking at it, you have wastewater looking at it, you have water looking at it, you have transportation looking at it, you have fire safety looking at it. I mean, everybody each department does have the opportunity, and we need them looking at it from their, I'd say narrow, because that's not the right way to put it, but their very specific point of view and how it impacts the system from their viewpoint, and that all leads into a final development. So without a doubt that happens. Hey, a couple of things that I really want you to talk about. One is a quick update on, and we dealt with this Monday night, the Country Club Road bids. And then the other thing, if you could give us an update, about, I think it was a month, 6 weeks ago, you came to us and we approved the traffic
signal management.
Yes, there we go.
Yes, sir. Well, on Country Club, like I said to the mayor and council, we're finally here. We presented a recommendation for a bid award to get the Country Club Road project started. This is a joint project between the city and the county that will widen Country Club Road north of Highway 51, ultimately all the way to Lakeview. It'll be a 4-lane section through there. It will also include improvements at the intersection of 51 and Country Club to help us with the traffic operations there and basically reducing the amount of time people are waiting to see that signal come around and serve them. The history on the project is long. I mean, but the long and short of it is, it's moving forward.
So hopefully they'll be moving dirt when.
Well, so the way ODOT awards their contracts, they give contractors what is a flexible start date. They have to start no later than November 3rd, but they could start earlier than that. And it's a 260-day duration, so about a 9-month project from the time the contractor starts out there. The contract did also include provisions for them to not be working on 51 during football game day Fridays, so we won't have traffic impacts out there, and also during basketball season to kind of minimize any disruptions to folks coming to Stillwater to support the Cowboys.
Football Saturday, I mean, that's the way to Dodge Town.
Yes.
You go down to Country Club.
That's
the way people get out of town.
Yeah.
And that's what he said. 51. They won't be working on 51
right.
over those football weekends.
That's going to be interesting, isn't it?
They may be working going up Country Club.
That's correct.
But the people are going to have to find an alternate potentially an alternate this season if they start work before November.
But 51 will be
will be open to traffic. Basically, they put ODOT had a provision. It's I want to say $6,000 a day. Basically for every lane that is obstructed. So, you can think with the turn lanes, you got 4 lanes, that could be $24,000 a day if they were working on 51 during a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday.
Wow.
During a home game weekend.
Hey, traffic signal management.
Yes, sir. The last piece, we hope to have a recommendation for the mayor and council at the July 21st meeting. This was another initiative that they approved several months ago, but it is basically for the city to implement a traffic signal management system. The best way to describe this is we have 63 signalized intersections, and currently they operate like 63 standalone computers. We have computers that run the traffic signal timings, and they have different components. If one of these signals goes down, we don't know about it. There is no communication from the signal back to a centralized computer. So, typically the way we know if a signal's in flash or out, it's we see it, a citizen sees it, calls it into dispatch, or police reports it. We send a crew out there. And so this system basically will network all these 63 signalized intersections through a central system. And once you have that network in place, you have the added benefit of monitoring timings, which is a very time-intensive process. Takes labor to go out and count traffic. The way that technology's advanced and with these centralized systems, you can automate that process. And what that allows us to do from a traffic flow perspective is, say, 6th Avenue or Perkins Road, we can have real-time traffic data about how traffic is moving on that corridor, and basically have algorithms programmed to adapt these signals or be responsive to the traffic on the corridor. Right now, we do run what's called coordination, but it's fixed time coordination, so if the volumes exceed the parameters of the design, it doesn't work well. So it's probably about a $300,000 project, but the reality of that is the investment there saves us the need of adding additional staff down the road, saves us costs, like I said, on these additional traffic studies, and then makes us more responsive. I mean, once the system's in place, you can even log in remotely, through a secure access to see it. So if we have a signal going flash at night, one of our technicians or myself could log in and actually see what the problem is and maybe even address it remotely, so therefore we're not paying staff time to bring them in. Response. It's really Slick technology for us, it's not anything super new. I mean, major cities, Oklahoma City, Tulsa, those areas have systems like this in place, but we're real excited about it.
So it's going to be a great addition to, I mean, what excited me when he first presented it to us was the coordination of the signals. So it's not just, I mean, like you said, right now we got 63 lights that are all operating as if they're the only light in town. And now they can be, I bet the word algorithm doesn't get used on this show again for a while.
That's twice. He did it once, and now you.
But putting in those those systems so that they can coordinate and work together, so to help with traffic flow coming in, going out.